Steve Clayton here, and thanks for taking a couple minutes to hear about our new product, Blueprint Pro. You know, the last 18 months or so there's been a lot of change going on in the online marketing world. And I think that much of it has been perceived as bad for us, bad for, you know, people who make their living online. And, you know, I think we need to put that in perspective. You know, first of all, if you're new, okay, if you are just starting out and looking to build a business online, this is hands down the best time to do that. The best time I've seen in 5 or 6 years. And, you know, keep in mind that this kind of business has only been around for 10 or 15. So and the reason is, right, because so much has changed to people who, you know, kind of were going off on different paths, and we'll talk about in a second, and it's kind of hit the big reset button on the competition for people making their living online. So that's why if you're new, it's the best time ever, okay? If you've been around a while and you aren't making money online, it's still the best time for you too, you know? If you were hit by some of these changes and stuff, well, you know, it's time to make sure that you are and will forever from now on, you know, be focused on the right things. Because honestly, the people that were focused on the right things, the core things that haven't changed, those people are still standing and, you know, will continue to thrive in online marketing. So, you know, the secret to success has really always been about that. You know, it's always been about not chasing the latest new shiny gadget or loophole or, you know, new software program that's going to magically, you know, put money into your account. It's always been about focusing on those things that have not changed since the beginning of the internet, you know, the things that have always worked. And honestly, these are things that have worked since the beginning of commerce. It's just, you know, maybe a different way of delivering them. I mean, a direct mail piece, you know, which still works today, right? I mean, that's basically a long form sales letter on a website. It's the same thing. And so, you know, you have people who are, you know, you got Panda, Penguin, AdWords changes, Facebook changes, people go off and they chase those, or they chase new products and new fancy, all those people who are doing that are not focused on the core things that make money online, okay? And these are methods that most people ignore, okay? But not the people who are successful, okay? Not the, you know, one-person shops who make their living online, not the small companies like ours, you know, who are bigger than that but aren't huge corporations, and not the huge corporations. You know, I mean, these are the methods that Sony and Apple use and so on. But surprisingly, it's a method that most people ignore, completely ignore. Now, this method has consistently, right, since we started, brought in millions of dollars, okay? And in fact, we just looked back at the last 30 days, just to give a quick metric. $40,000 in the last 30 days, and with we figured about 5 hours of work. Now, obviously that doesn't include work, you know, time that we've set things up and so on and so forth, but just trying to give you an idea here, okay? And this is a method that anyone can do, all right? It's a method you ought to be doing. It's what successful people who are making their living, no kidding, online do. And it's a method that we can teach you, and that's what we teach in Blueprint Pro. So like I keep saying, some things just have always worked and will always work. I mean, this is, you know, this is no loophole, no flash in the pan. This is a method that we've been using for, you know, over 7 years now. It's highly effective, highly consistent. And, you know, it's what this course is all about. It's about combining those things, right? Those core competency things that never change. But overlaying on top of that, two really important things. One is new tech, because things do, we have new tools available to us, right? That we can overlay on top of that. We know these principles work. We've got new tech that makes us more efficient and more automated. And kind of not only new tech, but most of the time the new tech is adapting to things that have changed, right? So great example, long form sales letter. Always, you look at some newspaper ads in the 1800s and there's long form sales letters. I mean, they just work. Direct mail, long form sales letters. And then the long form sales letter moved to a web page. So that's combining a principle that has always worked with new tech, right? Those are the things that make the best wins. So that's what Blueprint Pro is all about. We've got these core competencies, these core set of things that always work. We overlay that with two important things: the new tech, okay, and then kind of the special sauce. The things that we've learned over years and years of doing this very successfully online. And you put those all together, and you have this whole process that that Blueprint Pro is all about. And so, it's all about developing websites in a very, very strategic manner, okay? So developing websites in a strategic way and generating revenue directly from them, right? But also capturing the contact details from this, sort of highly targeted group of folks that you can then put into this precise and automated communication funnel, right? That just, leads to revenue for you. I mean, it's pretty amazing, frankly. And a lot of this can be automated and simplified. And that's what we've tried to do, is put that all together, put it in a box, tie a bow around it, and make that what Blueprint Pro is all about. Okay, so very specifically, what is Blueprint Pro? What can you expect? First of all, it's proprietary software. It's a group of proprietary software packages. Help you do many things, but probably the first thing, the biggest thing, is to identify projects. Find really good projects that you can implement that will start earning you money. So it's proprietary software. It's proven templates. The work done's for you. You don't have to start with some blank page. This is kind of one of those areas that people get stuck on, okay? So proven templates, proven calls to action, all right, that get people to do what you want them to do, okay? It's like, psychological warfare, also known as marketing, and so, it's really important to have that, because you can have all the people visit, all the great content and, all the best templates and so on. But if you can't convert them, okay, into doing what you want them to do, then, it's all for naught, right? So we got that. Actual content. Now, this is a little hard to explain without kind of, giving away a little bit of a secret, I think. But one of the things that people also struggle with is figuring out good quality content. So we actually are providing content to you in a very innovative manner. I don't think it's ever been done. I know it's never been done like this before. It's not, now I'm not talking about respun articles and a bunch of crap that, you can't do anything with, or you'd put it up there and people would look at it and just, think it's just a bunch of garbage. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, again, high quality content that you can use. And the theme here is do as much for you as we possibly can, okay? And this is one of those things that you're just gonna have to, I think, experience, because it's truly, really, really innovative. So we got that. We've got tools and software, other software packages, other tools that actually get visitors, to the content, which you gotta have. We've got, all the strategies for the new tech. I talked about overlaying the new tech and meeting software and tools and things, but also things like apps and Facebook and video and all that kind of stuff. So newer tech, overlaying that. So we've got all sorts of strategies that help you figure out and help you use all of that stuff. The people that fail, okay, in the online world are the people that have the build it and they will come mentality. you can't do that, okay? You've got to build something, absolutely, but you can build the greatest thing in the world, and if your business strategy, your marketing strategy is hope, then that won't work, all right? So all the things that we're talking about here with new tech and the strategies that we have, it's all about, it's not hope, it's a plan, you know, and it's tools, and to get the visitors to the content that you have. So we've got that. We've got a bunch of our secret sauce that we'll be giving you that I won't talk too much more about. And we've got support and all the ongoing training in the forum, and essentially we want to be there with you kind of every step of the way. We're delivering this in a a bit of a different way for us, and trying to walk everybody through the process. It'll be a short process, but we're going to try and walk everybody through it, and we're going to try and be there each and every day. And I mean, I don't even know what my count is, but I've made 12,000 posts on our forum, and so over the last several years. So we're there every day, guys. This is just what we do. So we'll be there with you. So it's all those things wrapped up in a box, and that's what Blueprint Pro is all about. So hopefully you've gotten some really good idea. The next video we're going to show you actually some of the software and tools and things, and sort of walk you through a little bit more of the process. So definitely stay tuned for that. And please.